Geoff, what kind of fantasy upside do you envision for Golladay with Daniel Jones next season?
Yeah, I mean, it'll be interesting. I personally considered Kenny Golladay, the number one free agent wide receiver on the market. I mean, this is a player who averaged 18.3 yards per catch in his last full year with Matthew Stafford and the Detroit Lions. And I think most people might be looking at Daniel Jones as a pretty big downgrade, but let's not forget, I mean, Daniel Jones in his rookie year pushed Darius Slayton to some really nice numbers, 8 touchdowns there. I think he could have some success with Kenny Golladay. Absolutely. Again, this is a move that's made by the Giants to kind of punish teams who are going to stack the box against Saquon Barkley. I mean, Daniel Jones's air yards and actual yards went down per game in 2020. I can't see Kenny Golladay not helping out with Daniel Jones's stats. I think from a fantasy perspective, again, in his first year, in his rookie year, we saw him rank around 15th in quarterback scoring. I think he could push for a top 12. I think the Golladay Daniel Jones stack could be an interesting one for best ball as well.
All right, Reid. Geoff says top 12. What do you think?
Yeah, right on that border, wide receiver 1/2. If you're looking at season long, but absolutely for DFS, he's someone that you can take a look at, especially if the pricing decreases. Because what we know about this team, like Geoff was mentioning, is that Daniel Jones is kind of the question mark, right? If you look at his accuracy, his on-target accuracy, he was 9th worst last year. But going deeper into the stats, like Geoff mentioned, teams were stacking the box against Saquon. When Saquon wasn't there anymore, right? So Daniel Jones was asked to make plays, right? And they don't necessarily have type of players back or last year to do that. Now you have not just a guy like Kenny Golladay, but you have Slayton, Ingram, Kyle Rudolph signed with the Giants as well. Not a huge signing, but still going to help out in terms of the offense, Sterling Shepard, and then obviously Saquon Barkley. Fantasy purpose-wise for Golladay, the only thing that worries me is a target share, right? If he's not getting up to like the 6 to 8 on average targets, which again, you love if you're doing anything, you're doing fantasy, that's the one thing, right? Because there's so many mouths to feed. But I still got him because of that talent and because of his contested ball catchability in that wide receiver 1/2 border.